Nice haircut.
You don't say my name.
Yeah, I like your haircut.
Bayama, Mr.
Just
Willis.
you're saying my name is Mr. Willis.
My name is Mr. Willis. My name is. I have a granddad named Isidore. He could say my name is.
484.
He says his Bible
All right.
No.
Page 484.
What are we doing?
Chapter 17. Tucker, you're not on 484.
I'm not on anything.
I know. You need to get on 484.
What do we do, Mark?
I was in here Tuesday.
All right, we're going to start talking about classification.
I don't remember.
That's something different.
Well, that's me.
62.
Classification is something we do to organize things. You do classification all the time in your life. On the bookshelf are books. And they're probably in some sort of order to help you find the books easier. For instance, I have all my Carl Sagan books here. And down here I have my anatomy type medical stuff down here. And over here I have the nature stuff. And up here is the astronomy stuff. And so on. So you organize things. And we organize living things too. Outside, you have your plants, you have your animals, you have your bacteria organized into groups. You think about plants are anything green out there. You kind of put those together in your head. And the first scientist who did this systematically was named Aristotle. Have you ever heard of him?
No.
Yes.
He classified plants into either herbs, shrubs, or trees. And he classified animals with red blood into land animals, water animals, or air animals. That was the first classification system.
What animals don't have red blood?
I think a wolf does, a cat.
Yeah, all these have red
I
blood.
mean, like, would you? I don't know.
That was Aristotle.
That's my boy.
Do you want to see a stupid video about Aristotle?
I always want to see stupid videos about Aristotle.
Here we go.
Guess we're watching anyway.
Oh, these are bad.
Yeah, this one's bad. But pretty funny.
Oh, it's not even good up there.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's 3:45 BC and time to play Classify This with your host and philosopher, Aristotle.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Don. All right, as you all know, according to my foolproof system, every animal belongs in one and only one of these three groups. Those that live on the land, those that live in the water, and those that fly. All right, are you ready, contestants? Good. What I'm going to do here is show you a picture of an animal, and I want you to classify it depending on where it lives. Land, water, or air. Okay, let's play Classify This. Here's our first animal. The frog.
Land! Wait, he's in the water!
Okay, as we all know, of course, frog lives on the land. Yeah, no, actually, sometimes it does live in the water, doesn't it? Oh, I'm sure it's one more time on. Actually, on the water. Land, water. Let's move on to our next animal, shall we?
Yay!
See?
The best
Is
video.
that the same company who does like the gorilla?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
That's
same
awful.
company.
That is not.
Oh, they are.
I didn't pay much for it, if that makes you feel any better.
You paid
You
for that?
actually paid for that?
I didn't pay much for it.
But you still paid.
It's like $10 for all those videos.
That's a good
It's
deal.
worth it. Y'all know you like it.
Bargain shopper.
Okay, so that system wasn't that good. But eventually a guy came around, his name was Carolus Linnaeus. Carolus Linnaeus, there's his last name there. And he's considered the father of taxonomy. Taxonomy is the science of classifying things. And Linnaeus was the guy that basically invented that science. he made it into a much more strict system than the one Aristotle had. And I don't know what these pictures are for, just different types of birds. I guess he part of his grouping was birds of prey, perching birds, and wading birds. That's Linnaeus right there. He's got the good hair going on. Maybe it's a wig. Think it's a wig? There was his book, Systema Naturae. And he invented what we call the binomial system of nomenclature. Binomial system means 2 words for each name. Do me a favor, get a sheet of paper out, or you can write in the margin of your book. And see if you can guess, and don't say it out loud, don't ruin it for everybody. See how many of these you can guess. These are various species names that Linnaeus came up with. And notice each species has 2 words. See if you can guess all these species. We'll see who gets the most. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of 10. If you can get 4 out of 10 right, I think you're doing pretty good here.
I got 1.
So, Ursus americanus, that is some animal that you may be familiar with. All of these are animals that y'all know. Don't say any out loud, Tucker. Write down the answer somewhere. The fun little game.
Yeah.
Fun little game I made.
If we get all of them right, can we get like a prize?
If you get all of them right, you're doing well.
You feel good about yourself.
That's about it.
I have no motivation.
Show me your list when I walk around.
I'm stuck on the last 3.
You can leave some blank. That's okay. I don't expect you to get them all. I would only probably get 10 of them. Oh wait, there are only 10.
What's a Naja Naja?
I don't know.
Graham, you are not that.
Put ninja?
Graham, you're not that.
Just put ninja.
That's okay.
I got all those.
Quiet, please.
I'll get those. Some money right there.
This guy's got a lot here.
I know, I did get a lot, except for the last 2.
I don't know.
Huh? What about this one?
I have that one, but
We'll write it down.
I don't have any paper.
Put it down right here.
I don't want to write a book.
We got a few here.
I know.
Only 4.
Good.
I
Good.
have
Good.
1,
Good.
2, 3, 4, 5.
I'll show you the answers in just a minute. You can grade yourself.
I have 4.
I did the first one.
What's a ninja?
Very nice. Very nice.
What is it?
Ooh.
Ursaring?
Okay.
That would run around.
That's sad.
You are so
But I got
All
it.
right, you ready for the answers?
Yeah, I'm ready for that.
Come on, give it to me, you didn't get it.
Hey,
Grade
bro.
yourself.
Bro, can I just go and see how many I got right?
just tell me.
Nope, I'm gonna tell.
you know that.
You ready?
I'm the smartest. Figure it out.
Are they all
Ursus americanus
Bear.
is a black bear. If you put bear, that's probably good enough. Felis domestica,
Cat.
that's the house cat. Just a cat.
Yeah.
Good job.
Canis familiaris,
Dog.
that's a dog.
Yeah.
Felis
A
horribilius,
tiger.
a tiger.
Oh, I put a line.
Canis lupus,
Wolf.
a wolf.
How do you know that?
I got
That's
it.
Lupus is live.
Homo sapiens,
No.
Human.
that's us.
Tortoise.
Tursiops truncatus,
Tortoise.
Elephant.
dolphin.
Rana
Rana hexadactyla,
A pterodactyl.
No, that is a eagle.
Eagle.
Falcon.
I want to say that that's a frog.
Yeah, because I think it is, because reina in Spanish is frog.
Is it? Yeah, that's a frog. Musca domestica?
A mussel.
Musket.
A mink.
Fly.
An oyster.
Huh.
Naha naha?
Fish.
An aye
Dog.
An aye
A cobra.
Are you sure it's not ninja?
Same almost.
Dude, I saw that movie.
There are the answers right there.
Really? Just
I
that.
want to see it.
Really?
Is it the same?
I heard it's like 300.
Who got 3 right?
That's
Anybody 3?
I got
Okay, that's good. 3's pretty
I got
good.
6.
You got 5 right. 5 or better.
Way to go, Vanessa.
Very nice.
Way to go, Graham.
6 right?
Oh, no, I got
2 and
6.
6? 3
Way
and
to go,
6?
Vanessa.
How did you good?
7?
I got 6.
Okay, that's good. These last 4 I made really hard. So if you got any of these.
I got the frog one. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
So, we have some.
I want to fight a baby black.
We use scientific names. Listen, we use scientific names because different languages have different names for organisms. We call this a bear, but in French it's called something else. In German it's called something
In
else.
Spanish is an oso.
Spanish is oso.
Oso.
Oso. So everyone will agree on a name. We use a Latin name, and Latin is the root language. For all of those different languages, they all come from Latin. So we use Latin to name species, and we use 2 words for each species. This first word is called the genus, and the genus is kind of like a group, a name of a group. If we go back and take a look here, whoops. Look at Canis familiaris is a dog, and Canis lupus is a wolf. Now, dogs and wolves are different species, but they're both kind of look the same. They kind of belong in the same group or the same genus. So they have the same first word here, Canis. Canis is their genus. So a genus is kind of a group of similar organisms. You can see the same thing for Felis domesticus, the house cat, and Felis horribilis, the tiger. They're both Felis because they have a lot of similarities, cats and tigers. So whenever you're writing a scientific name, number 1, the first letter of the genus name is capitalized. The rest of the genus name and all letters of the specific epithet are lowercase. So let's go back and look at this. That's capitalized. That's lowercase. We call this the genus. We call that the specific epithet. Specific epithet means specific label. Now, a lot of people will tell you that this is the genus and that is the species. But that's incorrect. That word right there is not the species. The species is both words together. The genus and the specific epithet together. Look back at my example here. And you see Musca domestica is the housefly. Felis domestica is the house cat.
So domestica.
So domestica is not a species. Because we got 2 domesticas here, and they're not the same species.
Well,
you have to have both names as the species.
Is there such thing as like a non-house fly? Fly?
Yeah, there's a lot of other flies. The house fly is one that's commonly found in houses. But it doesn't have to be. Yeah, there's fruit flies, horse flies.
Dragonfly.
If a scientific name is written in a printed book or magazine, it should be italicized. When a scientific name is written by hand, both parts of the name should be underlined, because you can't write in italics very easily. After the scientific name has been written completely, the genus name will be abbreviated to the first letter in later appearances. So, after you've written Felis domestica, you can just write F domestica the next time you write it. You don't have to write the whole thing. If you're ever writing names, scientific names.
It's right here.
Yeah, those are all listed in the book. Now, Linnaeus' system didn't just use genus and species names for organisms. There are higher levels of classification that go all the way up to domain. Bigger and bigger groupings. For instance, Felis domestica and Felis horribilis, the cat and the tiger, both belong to a family. A family of cats, and I don't know off the top of my head what the name of that family is. But it's a group of all the cats. It not only includes Felis, but it includes other organisms related to cats. For instance, humans. We're Homo sapiens. But we're in a family called Hominidae of other human-like creatures that we studied last chapter that include Australopithecus. It includes Paranthropus. I don't know if you remember reading about that. Anything that walks on two legs belongs in our family, which is called Hominidae. So, a bunch, you can take different genuses and put them together in the same family. You can take a bunch of families and put them together in the same order. For instance, bears and cats and lions. Lions are cats in that group. Dogs, cats, bears, lions, and tigers and bears, oh my. They're all in carnivores. That's the order they're in. Do you know what order we're in?
That one.
We're not in carnivores.
Just kidding.
We learned it last chapter.
Homo.
Nope. Homo is our genus. We are order primates. Primates.
Oh, I thought you felt like what you ate.
There are 13 different orders in class Mammalia. And so you can take all the different orders of mammals and put them together into a class called Mammalia. You can take several different classes of organisms and put them together in a phylum. Several related classes, like the phylum Chordata contains not only mammals, but it contains fish and reptiles and birds and amphibians. And so mammals are a class and reptiles are a class, but they're all related. Do you know what we have in common with, what mammals have in common with reptiles and birds? Reptiles aren't all warm-blooded.
Lay eggs.
Yes. Mammals don't all lay eggs.
Our vestigial
Oh, that's always
structures.
different.
It has to do something with the name of the phylum.
They have data.
Chordata?
Our vocal cords.
No.
What?
Spinal
I don't know.
cords.
Spinal cords.
That's
Spinal cords. All those, everything in phylum Chordata has spinal cords in the back. And then you can take there are several different phylums of organisms that fit into what we call animals, that's the kingdom. And there are several different kingdoms that fit into domain Eukarya. So each time you go up, you get a larger and larger grouping. And here's a way you can remember this. Did King Philip come over from Germany slowly? Y'all ever heard that before?
No.
Did King Philip come over from Germany slowly?
He came from Germany.
I don't know. That's just a way to remember it. Domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, specific epithet. And remember, you have to say both of these together are the species. Let's memorize this now. Don't wait to memorize this. Domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, specific epithet. The species are the genus and specific epithet together. Okay? Did King Philip come over from Germany slowly? Or, Dick Pukavkis. Dick Pukavkis. Dick Pukavkis. Can you remember this? Here are 3 different species of organisms. Let's talk about for a minute what is a species. A species is when organisms, all the organisms in a species do not mate with other species.
Oh, you got me.
For instance, these are 3 different species of organisms. These guys can't mate with those guys and produce anything that will survive and have kids. So we say that they're their own species. If these could mate with those, then those 2 would be the same species. So we say it's a species scientifically when two things are the same species when they can mate with one another. So are humans the same species as chimpanzees? No, because we can't mate with chimpanzees and have kids that would survive.
But lions and tigers
Doesn't
can.
work. Lions and tigers are considered different species. They can mate and have ligers, but ligers are infertile. Because the ligers are sterile, that means lions and tigers are different species. Okay? So that's what a species is.
Like
And that's what we're
mules
going to
are
talk about
infertile?
tomorrow. What's that?
Mules are infertile.
That's right.
And what's the horse and the zebra?
Mules come from horses and donkeys.
Horses are infertile.
That's right.
He told us that. I think he was.
Yeah.
Job you can remember.
What was that? You go back.
What?
Random.
Graham, zoom in.
Oh, bro.
3 different species here.
What grade were you in?
Graham, real
5th.
quick. Real quick.
Thing.
I thought it was
6th?
gonna be like
I don't know.
Look at those eyes of
Hey,
determination.
check this out. Which 2 species of these 3 are the most closely related?
You and
The chimpanzee and you.
You and the chimp.
You would think these 2 are the most closely related.
I wouldn't.
Because they both are hairy looking, but they're not. These 2 are way more closely related than these 2.
Graham, you're so far zoomed
You can't always tell by
That's his
looking.
hair.
Yeah, I mean this one's got the most hair.
You're looking clean. I'm not
You
gonna lie.
do. You look fresh.
Which
Look at the hair on
which
the
2 of these 3 are the most closely related? Can you guess?
The flamingo and the one on the top.
And the little
right.
tiny one.
These 2?
No, flamingo on the bottom one. Flamingo on the bottom one.
No, the flamingo.
These 2.
Yes.
Ah. Well, in actuality, these 2 are the most closely related.
Yeah.
It used to be these 2 were thought to be the most closely related, but DNA evidence has shown that these 2 actually are not very close, and these 2 are. So we have to consider other things besides just how they look. You can't always tell by how they look.
It was so funny.
And I'll do the rest of this stuff
It's my
tomorrow.
business. It's my business interrupting my learning.
Okay? I'm continuing the video that we didn't finish last time.
Sophie.
Read 17.1 tonight.
Alright.
Why do you think that?
Bro, I've already memorized every word of
Wait, will you
17.
turn on?
There may be a quiz, hint, hint.
Could be passed on to descendants.
I would have said.
The only thing wrong.
Hey, bro, is this a Darwin video still?
Yeah, we haven't finished this.
Like this Meredith.
Right there.
And there.
He claimed the variety of groups was the result of species responding to
Sure?
Guys, wait.
Bro, should I stop the filming?
Yeah.